Hey friends, and welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to talk about something absolutely incredible about Garten of Banban 9. Chapter 9 was officially announced and confirmed just a few days ago, and along with the first official previews, the developers have given us brand new details. In this video, we're going to discover and analyze a brand new official image featuring Sheriff Toadster. And trust me, this image is anything but random. Inside it, there's a hidden detail that could completely change what we thought we knew about Sheriff Toadster's role in the new chapter. But that's not all, because right after, we're also going to check out a brand new official message posted by the developers on Twitter. And this message is really important because it contains the name of a mysterious new character who will most likely make their debut in Chapter 9. So stay with me until the end of the video because we'll connect all the clues and I'll reveal a crazy theory that could explain the future of the Garten of Banban storyline. And before we begin, if you love Garten of Banban and want to stay updated on all the latest news, make sure to subscribe to the channel and leave a big like on this video. This way, you won't miss any of the upcoming updates about Garten of Banban 9, because trust me, what's coming next is going to be huge. Now get comfortable, because we're about to analyze the official image of Sheriff Toadster and uncover all the secrets hidden behind this brand new exclusive preview. Now, let's start talking about Sheriff Toadster. First of all, let's see the scene of Chapter 8, where Sheriff Toadster appeared.
Well. Meet your new warden, you cockroaches. You thought you could just simply escape my prison, didn't you? I've been enforcing the law for all my life, you fools. And as such, I know my way around criminals a little too well. They say everyone has a price. The price of your friend here just happened to be a strawberry lollipop.
Lo siento, chicos. Fue una oferta que no pude rechazar.
Everything started to fall apart the moment you showed up, ex-partner. Bitter Giggle, the Queen, the invasion of the Naughty Ones, the singular common factor has never been so clear. For once, I'm on the right side of history. Now justice will be served. And to repurposing they go. Now I'll do what I should have done from the beginning. It ain't bringing anybody back from the dead, but at least I'll be satisfied. What the?
As you may remember, the scene where we saw him was very brief, but enough to understand that the sheriff appeared in his normal form. There was none of that famous sad smile and red eyes that we had seen in the third teaser trailer. At that moment, he seemed like a fairly calm and normal character, nothing like the creepy look we had glimpsed in the teasers. However, this sad version with red eyes might finally make its debut in Chapter 9, and there are several clues that make us think this is possible. In particular, we can notice that two new images released by the developers suggest that there will be a transformation in the character of Sheriff Toadster. These images show details we had never seen before and connect perfectly the normal version from Chapter 8 with the creepier one that could appear in the new chapter. For this reason, in the next part, we will analyze the new official image of Sheriff Toadster. This image is really interesting because it allows us to see the character in a completely new situation and gives us clues about his role in Chapter 9. Some details, like his facial expression and posture, suggest that he could behave very differently from what we were used to in Chapter 8. Moreover, the image seems to show hidden elements of the scenario that could become important in the story of Chapter 9, making this official preview even more valuable for all the fans. In the next part of the video, we will analyze every single detail of the image and try to understand what the developers want to communicate with this new version of Sheriff Toadster, connecting the information from Chapter 8 with the teasers of Chapter 9. Now let's move on to analyzing in detail the official image of Sheriff Toadster. This image was initially posted by the voice actor of the character and later shared by the Euphoric brothers, so we can consider it an official and reliable source. At first glance, something very particular immediately stands out. Sheriff Toadster is attacking, and his face shows red eyes and a sad smile, exactly the version we had seen in the third teaser trailer of Chapter 8. Let's remember that in that teaser trailer, Sheriff Toadster had a very different expression compared to his appearance in Chapter 8. The red eyes and sad smile made him a much more unsettling and mysterious character, and his presence immediately caught the attention of fans, generating many theories about his true role in the story. And here, with this new image, we can see the same unsettling version officially brought back, confirming that he will likely have a more active and threatening role in Chapter 9. But that's not all. What makes this image even more interesting is that it doesn't just show Sheriff Toadster's expression. We can observe his aggressive posture, the way he seems ready to attack. Moreover, by the way, this same unsettling version also appears in one of the Steam images, which we will see in the next part of the video. This connection between the various official previews helps us build a clearer timeline. The unsettling version of Sheriff Toadster is not just an aesthetic detail, but could indicate a real evolution of the character or a change in his narrative role in Chapter 9. Now let's move on to one of the official screenshots of Chapter 9 that were published on Steam. This screenshot is really interesting because it shows Sheriff Toadster again, but this time in a different context compared to the previous image. At first glance, it might seem like a calm scene, but if we increase the brightness and look closely, hidden details appear that were not immediately visible. In fact, even in this screenshot we can notice that Sheriff Toadster looks sad and has red eyes, just like the creepy version we saw in the third teaser trailer of Chapter 8 and in the recent official image published by the voice actor and the Euphoric brothers. This detail is not random and further confirms that in Chapter 9 we will see the sheriff in this version, with a darker and more unsettling appearance, probably linked to events in the story that are still unknown. What makes this screenshot even more important is that it is official material from Chapter 9, so we can consider it a direct confirmation that the developers intentionally wanted to show us this version of Sheriff Toadster. We are not talking about fan art or misleading teasers, but a real preview that allows us to have a clearer picture of how the character will be in the next chapter. In the next part of the video, we will focus on the new official message from the developers posted on Twitter, which contains the name of a mysterious character. Now let's move on to a very interesting message that the Euphoric brothers posted on Twitter. The post is very simple. It only contains the name Unibaluni. But we know very well that this is the name of one of the characters in the series, and just this alone is enough to show us that very important news is coming. Currently, however, we have not yet met this character in person in the game. The only reference we have to him is the mural we saw in the secret room of Chapter 8. This mural was very mysterious and hinted that Unibaluni will have a significant role in the future story. And now, with this official post, we can start connecting the dots and understand that the character will not be just a background detail, but will probably have an active presence in Chapter 9. Moreover, the Euphoric brothers have repeated this name many times even before the release of Chapter 8. This suggests that they are preparing something very important. The repetition of the name and the emphasis on showing it indicate that Unibaluni will be a key character and that his debut could happen already in the next chapter, bringing new dynamics and maybe even new challenges for players. So, this official message is really an indirect confirmation. Unibaluni is a character we need to watch closely, and Chapter 9 might finally give us the chance to meet him and understand what role he will have in the story. All the clues we have seen so far, from the images of Sheriff Toadster to the mysterious mural, seem to connect perfectly with this new character, creating a very interesting thread. Thank you so much for watching the video until the end. You are amazing. Let me know in the comments what you think about this. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and turn on the notification bell for the next video. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.